Hey, it's the King of Clubs 061 here, back with my second review, and if you haven't already figured it out, it's on Rizer by Eric Ross and B.Smith. Alright, so unlike my last review, there's only one effect in this, so I'm going to get right into how well it was taught, basically how well the DVD was put together, and some of the things I liked and didn't like about it, and just some thoughts on it, pretty much. So let's get into that. Alright, so I'm going to get into some of the things I liked and didn't like about the trick. One of the greatest things I thought was the composure of the DVD. I've really had that experience with some DVDs everywhere, all over the place, and stuff didn't make sense. Everything was nice and in order in this DVD. Everything made sense as you were going along. They made sure and described it. Eric Ross and B.Smith, they were actually sitting together, just going over the trick with you, so it felt very interactive as you were watching it. So they started off with showing the actual trick, and then they went into setting it up, and they showed two methods to set it up. If you had trouble with one or the other, they gave you some helpful advice for setting it up, and then they went into performance, or excuse me, they went into the cards, and then they went into the actual rising of the card out of your arm. And for the cards, they actually showed two variations of the trick, and most of the differences were in the cards and the handlings and all of that. And so they went over those both very in depth, and it went over some basic card forces for those of you who aren't very good at cards. Maybe you're more in coin magic or everyday object magic, and this struck your fancy, I guess. They included a lot of that, and yeah, so it was pretty easy to perform. It didn't take very long for me to practice. I think I already mentioned that, but some of the stuff oh yeah, the gimmick. One more thing I like, the gimmick was very easy to find. Something you might already even have in your house. If not, you can pick it up at a craft store. It's held in this little container right here, which is already displayed on a few sites that it's sold on, so I thought it'd be okay to show you guys. But the actual gimmick itself, like I said, it's very common. You could get it anywhere. Shouldn't have any trouble finding that. Yeah, so one thing I didn't like was actually in the trick itself. They describe an instant reset on a couple of sites I found it on. It's not really. I thought that was kind of a little bit of a lie, because quite obviously Sharpie, and they say rubbing alcohol, hairspray takes it off just like that. No, it doesn't. It's mostly off, but you still have the faded remnants left on your arm for a couple days afterwards. So twice a day, every 3 days maybe, to perform it. So pick and choose your audiences. Have a plan for when you're going to want to do it. You can only have it set up for about an hour. After that, I want to try performing it. You can't really walk around that you're going to want to perform it and when you're going to want to perform it. It's also not something you could set up in front of other people very easily. You're going to want to do it in the bathroom or whatever. So, yeah. One other thing, though, a plus to the Sharpie, they did give, they described how you can use an Expo marker instead of a Sharpie by switching out the inks in the two markers. Didn't really get into too specific about that. They said let us figure it out. I couldn't, and quite frankly, I didn't care. I mean, it doesn't bother me too much, but I just thought I'd let you guys know it's not super instant reset. Other than that, though, it's super visual. I've probably gotten some of the greatest reactions I've ever had from this trick, quite honestly. And it finishes clean too. I mean, there's no, it's just that's true to this whatever site you look at on. There's no flaps, no fake skin, no string. People can feel it if they want to afterwards. It's all very, very clean. So overall, I'd say because the composure of the DVD and the trick itself is just so clean and so flawless and just so visual, um, I would give this a 5 out of 5. It's really really great. I highly suggest it. $30 is a lot of money, but it'll last you a lifetime. This trick. So yeah, my third review. Thanks for watching. Um, Probably gonna start trying to do one every other week, depending how kind of busy right now with school and stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.